everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to TodayIFeelLike.com. Today we're going to check out the SandMarc Telephoto Lens Edition. This is with the case for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but you can get this case for pretty much any iPhone, really. But let's go ahead, unbox it, see what we get inside, and then we're going to pop it on our phone, try it out, see how it goes. Here we go. All right, so here it is. This is the SandMarc Telephoto Lens Edition for iPhone 11 Pro Max. I also have my iPhone 11 Pro Max here, so I can put the case on the phone. But let's just take a look around the box here. First, we can see it's just a little bit of branding on here, and then it says SandMarc Telephoto Lens, capture 2x zoom with iPhone. On the back here, it shows a little bit of an example as far as what kind of magnification you can expect. It does say made from premium multi-coated optics. The telephoto lens gives you 2x optical zoom for urban and landscape photography. It says features features telephoto lens, iPhone 11 Pro Max case, clip-on mount, cleaning pouch, and it specifies the lens is 60 millimeter, magnification is 2x, the weight is 63.9 grams. And diameter is 42 millimeters. So, and on this side, it is designed in California. That's awesome because, well, California is awesome. So there we go. All right, let's get this out of here. That looks like that's going to be the lens. That is going to be the case, and we'll set that off to the side over here. And so let's see what the lens looks like here. So let's get everything out of the little pouch here, which is very nice, is that they give you a little pouch so you can keep all this stuff in, which I think is very, very cool. So on this side it says SandMarc Action Gear. On this side it actually says Telephoto 60 millimeter. This is really great because if you have multiple lenses like this is really helpful so that you know which lens is in which pouch. So this is very, very helpful because I have multiple lenses from SandMarc, and sometimes I have to just pull them out of the pouch so I know which one's which. So, and again, some branding on that side, which is really nice. So, but this is the lens right here. We can take the little lens cap off. We can see that right there. You can actually, it looks like there's a screw mount, so you can actually probably put little filters. It does say it has a 42 millimeter diameter, so that's something that's possible there. And then we have what is the clip right there. So if you don't actually have an iPhone, if you have some other sort of phone, some Android phone of some various type or something that you don't have a case, or if you just switch phones and you haven't bought a new case, you can still use the lens by just using the clip-on. Well, there we go. It flung off to the other side. I guess I have to go get it now. All right, so here we go. So make sure you don't have slippery hands when you do this. So otherwise it may fling off like it did with me. But basically, all you do is just simply take the rear cap off here, and we'll get this off. The rear cap is a screw mount. So let's see if we can get this off. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get this back part off right there. You have to get underneath it a little bit. There we go. All right, and now you can screw it right onto the lens clip just like that. So it's just that easy to get on there. So, and then you can just clip it onto your phone, onto the lens, and you're good to go. So anyways, let's go ahead and I'm actually going to put this back on because I want to put the case on my phone here, and we'll see what this looks like. So we can first see that we have all the cutouts for the various cameras, and it looks like that there is a screw mount for these two lenses. So it looks like the third lens, which I think is the ultra wide lens, is not available, but we do have cutouts for the regular and the telephoto lens. And they also give us a nice lens cleaning cloth, which I'm using right now. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and this is like a nice matte black. It's got a little bit of a grippy texture, which is really nice. But let's put the phone in there. It snaps in there really nicely. I like this. It seems like they put a little bit more of a lip on the case this year, which I really kind of like because one of the things I talked about their other cases is that it didn't seem like it gave you a whole lot of drop protection, but it looks like the lip comes up just a little bit more, that it might actually protect the front of your phone if you were to drop it and it was to land face down. So, but yeah, here's that. So let's go ahead, and I just want to take this off again, and so we can actually see how this is going to look once you put it on there. So you can just go ahead and we'll see if we can get this screwed on. Shouldn't take a second. But so that's one of the things about screw mounts. Screw mounts can be a little tricky. You just have to make sure they're lined up properly, and then you can screw them on, and there you go. It's screwed on. So you can, and then to screw them off, you just take them off, move it over to the other one right there, and just make sure that the threads are lined up properly, and then you can screw it on. So it does take a little, sometimes it can take a little practice. This is one of the things that I mentioned before about some of the SandMarc lenses that I wasn't the most excited about, is that it does take a little bit of practice to get these things screwed in there right. And as you can see, this one I'm having a little bit of trouble with, but you know, it will go in there. It's sort of a, I have to admit, I'd like bayonet mounts much better, but it will go in there. You just have to practice getting it in, and there we go. So sometimes you just have to pull it away, and then it'll screw on. So, but that's it right there. This is what it's going to look like. So you can see that. But we're going to go ahead and actually test this out and see how well this performs now, because it does work on either lens. So we're going to try it on, and we're going to try the lens on both of these and see what it looks like and how it performs. And we'll throw a couple of videos up on the screen so you guys can check it all out. All right, so here we are, and we have just this little teddy bear set up. We can see here from the screen that I am using the regular lens. This is just the 1x lens. This is the wide angle right there, and then this is the 2x telephoto right there. So we're going to go back here to the 1x. We're now going to go ahead and we're going to put on the SandMarc Telephoto lens. So we're going to go ahead and screw this on and see what kind of difference it makes here. So let's go ahead and put this on the lens. And already right away we can see right here with the telephoto lens on, we can see how much closer the bear is. And if we hit the 2x there, we can see we get really close up. So we can really get a nice zoom in there with this lens. So it really does work nice. You can use the telephoto lens on top of the telephoto lens in a sense, so that you actually get sort of a double zoom there. So yeah, this is at the 2x and with the telephoto lens on. And again, let me take the lens off so that you can see what this looks like. This again is with the telephoto lens on 2x. I'm just going to take it off here, and we're going to see how much magnification we really got there. So there we go. You can see right there, that is with the 2x zoom on there. And so we really did get a fair amount of magnification by adding the lens. So let's go ahead and screw it right back on just for a moment there so we can get another quick look. And we'll just get that on there. And just like that, you can see there's really a considerable amount of magnification. And not only that, it really does help sort of blur out the background. You get, because you have a longer focal length, you get a little bit more separation, so you get a little bit better bokeh. All right, so here's a problem that I've run into, and I can't exactly figure out why this is happening. But you can see here, everything looks fine. This is with the 1x zoom. I have the lens attached to my phone. But when I switch it over here and go to 2x, I end up with this black box right in the middle there. I can't figure out why that is. It's like the whole image is blacked out. I believe the other sides that you're seeing is what you would normally get if you were at a wider angle lens. That's what iPhone does for you now. It shows you what you could get, but the actual image area that you should be getting, it's all blacked out. When I go back to 1x, it's there. Now, I thought this was because the lens wasn't properly aligned when I was screwing it on, but it seems like it's properly aligned. Just sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. And it gets to be really, really annoying when you try and go to use it and you end up with this and you have to try and unscrew it, screw it back in, try and figure out what's going on. I just have not figured out why this is happening so I can actually fix it if I'm doing something wrong. If this is a problem with the design, then that's a major issue. But if it's something that's user error, I can't figure out what that user error is. Now this is the other thing, is that, for instance, when I'm here and you see how I have that black box in there, if I move the camera sometimes, I'll end up where the black box will go away. You see, like it just went away. And then if I move it again back to a place, it goes right back to the black box. So it's very, very strange why that's happening. If I move the camera and just angle it a certain way, sometimes it'll go away. And again, just like that, it went away. So it's just a very strange thing. I'm not exactly sure why this is happening. But yeah, it's just not working out the way I hoped it would work out. So here's another problem with using this lens is that if you put it in portrait mode, then first of all, if you put it in portrait mode, you have to make sure you're in the right magnification, because on the top lens, which is the normal lens, you need to put it in 1x. If you put it in 2x, you'll end up where you just have a black screen because the lens is blocking the other lens. So if you go to 1x and have it in portrait mode, but you'll notice there that you're getting a little background blur, but the other functions don't work. So if you try and go to, say, studio lighting, doesn't work. Contour lighting doesn't work. Stage lighting doesn't work. All you get is you can go to black and white, but you're not even really getting the true features, partly because the sensors are blocked by the lens. So you're not really getting the features functioning like they should. So it's unfortunate, but those sensors are needed actually to make all of these portrait modes actually work properly. And because they're blocked by the camera, or excuse me, by the lens, they're just not going to work. All right, everyone, so there you have it. That is a look at the SandMarc Telephoto Lens Edition. I am using this on my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I have to say there are some really great points and there's some not so great points. There are some things that are happening that I'm not sure if it is an issue with the lens or in the case working with the phone, or if it's user error. I mean, part of it all comes down to user experience, and if you're having trouble with it, and I mean, it doesn't really matter in some respects if it is your fault or if it's if it is the product's fault. If you're having problems with it, it's not going to make for a good user experience. So now optically, these lenses are fantastic. I think they look great. They produce wonderful images, and I've liked SandMarc lenses for a long time. I mean, this lens I think is going to be really helpful, especially for people who have an iPhone 11, because they did not get the telephoto lens with that. So I think the iPhone 11 users will find this lens particularly useful. So yeah, I still think that SandMarc really needs to get rid of that screw mount. I just absolutely hate the screw mount. I mean, before I was just moderately bothered by it, but now it's gotten to the point where I just do not like using that screw mount because it is so difficult to get it properly aligned. So anyway, there you have it. So I'm going to leave a link to this product down below in the video description so that you can check it out and pick one up on your own if you're interested. They are great, and I think you guys will really enjoy them. And I'm also going to leave a link to my Amazon page so that you can see all the products that I've reviewed over time. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Facebook. And I am Larry with TodayIFeelLike.com. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.